Hello, Rose, I'm back. Welcome to Killing, Stalking, Missing. A fan game for the manga, or whatever, comic, whatever the fuck it is. For the Killing, Stalking manga, comic, fanfic thing. So, I'm gonna start this off right off the bat with this is not a game for children. None of my videos are, really, but this is not something for children. I'm sure most of you are going to hear that and not give a fuck, because it's how I was when I was a child, but this is not a game for kids. This is very graphic, very... Honestly, I'm questioning why I'm making this video, because it's something. But we're going to do it. You stand rather awkwardly to one side of the room. See another party that your friends have roped you into. A few dozen people are already milling around, chatting each other up and pouring each other drinks. The night is still young, so everyone is still trying to get a feel of things. Some are quicker at it than others. Music drums a loud bass against your heartbeat, and the strobe lights make everything move in erratic snapshots of color. You wonder where in the club you think you'll spend the rest of the night at. You see a man staring at you from across the party. As soon as your eyes meet, he approaches you. He smiles and walks with a calm and easygoing air of someone who knows their way around parties. Sangwoo. Hey, aren't you getting any drinks? You want to have some with me? So, we're gonna do every, fucking option with this, so we're gonna save right here. Yes. Turn. Let's go with no thanks, I'm taken. No thanks, I'm taken. So I'll kind of feel weird about it. There are other people you can ask, though. Does that mean you can have a little fun tonight? We're gonna save again. I'm not really interested, sorry. So you sigh and back away from the stranger. I'm sorry, I'm really not interested in drinking right now. We don't have a drink, we can just talk. It's just not drinking. I was supposed to be here with my friends. They just me, so there's really no reason for me to stay here. I can keep you company, then you flash through a disarming smile. He really is persistent, isn't he? Look, I'm just going to go now. I hope you have fun, though. You wave goodbye as you walk, leaving the stranger and the party behind you. You have a few drinks, but mostly keep to yourself. Shortly before midnight, you decide to head home. The night air is cold and you wrap your thin jacket close around your body, then out of nowhere a shiver runs up your spine. You spin around, heart drumming an unsteady beat in your chest. Nobody is there. That's weird. When you finally get home, you have the most unsettling feeling that you just barely escaped some unspeakable terror. So we're gonna load and we're gonna go with this one. Find what sort of fun. You purse your lips and think about it. What harm can a few drinks do? Fine, I'll bite. What do you have in mind? The stranger smiles and you feel a bit uneasy. Better not pull anything weird, okay? Haha, don't worry. Will introducing myself help you trust me? You smirk. Maybe. Haha, I'm Sangwoo. I'm a college student from near here. What's your name? Yunbum. Because that's the name of the dude in the manga comic thing. I'm Yunbum. Nice to meet you, Yunbum. He has a warm and charming smile. And what I had in mind was just playing a few drinking games. You raise your eyebrows once again, skeptical of his intentions. Don't worry, it'll be with my friends and a couple other people, probably. Alright, but we're playing 369, that's the only drinking game I know. He laughs and nods. Sure, that sounds like fun. Here, I'll lead the way. He leads you towards a small crowd sat in the booth. With a smile and ease gait, he manages to weave his way to the front with you in tow. The game begins. As time passes, you start to feel the effect of one too many shots of soju. Or was it beer? At this point, you didn't know or care. Sangwoo stays by your side the whole night, handing you drinks, cracking jokes, and laughing along with you. When you begin to lose your balance, you lean against him. His strong arms envelop you, and you lean against him, breathing in his scent. You smile dopily at him. You're so warm, Sangwoo. Are you alright? Oh no, just hold on to me. Yeah, just like that. Okay, hold on. His voice fades as your vision turns murky. Everything is spinning around you, and you just want to lie still, but your stomach is rolling. You bend her over and, uh-oh, not out here you don't. The moment he sweeps you up in his arms, you black out entirely. Okay. Kill. It's cold. You open your eyes to pure darkness. You shift slightly only to realize that your wrists and ankles have been tied together with rope. You're not sure. Wherever you look as you turn your head you see nothing. There's some light, but it looks muffled, as if being seen through cloth or film. You realize with a jolt that you've been blindfolded. Your consciousness starts swimming back into your skull. The panic starts setting in. What's happening? Have I been kidnapped? You try to move. When you do, you feel a rough concrete floor rub against your bare skin. You are horrified to realize you're completely and utterly naked. Suddenly, it's much colder. Much colder. Your bare skin feels hypersensitive to the slightest breeze and shift in temperature. The terror is all too palpable, and you start to speak. Hello? Your voice sounds rough like sandpaper and your throat feels dry. You cough and try again. Hello? Can anyone hear me? No response. Try to make your voice louder. Anyone, please, I need help. You hear footsteps shuffling overhead. Oh, thank God, please be help. Silence. Then the sound of a latch being undone and the door being swung open. The tush of cold air makes goosebumps rise all over your body, and you curl up into yourself protectingly. Cold, so cold, please help. Finally, the voice is cheerful and all too familiar. Is that? Can't be. The door closes. You're finally awake. As he draws nearer, your sense of relief at being discovered melts into suspicion and fear. He laughs softly. Time to play. Chapter 1. The Beginning of a Nightmare. Your heartbeat starts to pick up as the apprehension within you grows. What the hell is going on? His footsteps going down a staircase somewhere to your left seems strange, offbeat, not exactly limping, but when he starts walking on the concrete floor towards you, you wonder. Is he dragging something behind him? Ah, Yunbum. Let me save. Song, was that you? Sangwoo, please help me, please. Somehow, from the way he keeps walking toward you with slow and purposeful strides, you knew that helping was the farthest thing from his mind. Good morning. Sangwoo, help. These ropes. Oh no, you stay right where you are. Your fear and dread are building. His grunts, as though hefting something heavy. Sangwoo? Try not to bite your tongue. You hear a blunt object whistling through the air before it connects with your leg. Your right leg snaps like a twig and you scream and scream. The pain blinds you even though you're already blindfolded. Sangwoo, you sob. Sangwoo, please, please, please. Please what? You try to hold your legs closed. Fold your legs close to your body. The pain blindsides you and you're horrified when your right leg barely twitches. Ah, I get it. You want me to... Your eyes take only a few seconds to adjust to the sparse light in the room. Standing at your feet is Sangwoo. You immediately notice the sledgehammer hanging at his side. Please, Sangwoo, please. Yeah, I know, be patient. You whimper in pain as he aggressively yanks your left ankle closer to him. Your skin scrapes against the rough concrete. Sangwoo lifts the sledgehammer. There's no hint of humanity in his eyes. This is what you wanted, right? Your screams dissolve into violent sobs that rack your body. You can barely see the burst skin your blood is pooling from. All you know is pain and pain and pain. Ugh. A cold, calloused hand taps your thigh. Look, your leg kind of looks like a crushed tomato if you squint. Can you see it? We're gonna save here. Let's spit in his hand. His fist connects with your jaw and your head whips to one side. His hand closer around your throat. It doesn't take too much to be good, you know. You have trouble breathing. You try to push yourself up, but your broken limbs make you cry out. See, this is what happens when you're bad. Your vision starts failing. Just as you think you're going to die, he lets go. You drop to the floor, coughing and gasping for air. Sangwoo gets up with the sledgehammer in tow. He climbs up the stairs, not sparing you a glance. Maybe I'll eat some kimbap later. Maybe noodles. He's like a child who's gotten bored of his toy for the day. While his back is turned, you desperately look around. There must be something, anything. Do you want me to blind you too? You freeze, pinned by his glare. He squats in front of you. You try to avoid his gaze, but he grips your chin tightly enough to leave bruises. If you try to escape, I will make your death as slow and as painful as I can. He lets go of your chin and gets up to leave once more. You lick your lips trembling. Why me? Sangwoo chuckles. Why you? That's a funny question. He leans in close, his breath tickling your sweaty, grimy skin. There's no rhyme nor reason for it. You were at the wrong place at the wrong time, that's all. He pulls away, but the heat of his breath seems to linger on you. You slump back against the floor. A single silent sob racks your body. Why me? Someone closes the door and leaves you in the pitch-black darkness. You breathe in the damp, cold air, embracing the imaginary monster in the shadows. Truly, you know fear, the man who lurks beyond the door, more than the darkness itself. Chapter 2, Careful now. You don't know how many hours or days or weeks and pass in the humid darkness of Sangwoo's basement. There is no way to tell time, no window, no clock. All you have is your growing sense of hunger and your parched throat. The pain in your legs is still there, but so long as you don't move them, it only throbs quietly. When the basement door finally swings open again, you try to lift your head. The small slice of light hurts your eyes for a while. Then it's gone. Sangwoo is back. He makes his leisurely way down the steps watching you. He smiles. Long time no see. How have you been? I can't save. Terrible. You scowl the best you can, but it looks more pained than angry. Terrible, no thanks to you. You hate how hoarse your voice sounds. Still energetic? He squats in front of you, watching you curiously. You use what little energy you have to struggle against your restraints. Fuck you. He smiles. Suddenly, a hand slaps you across the cheek. The sound of sensation like lightning. Your head violently snaps to the side from the blow, and leaving your lungs in a pained gasp. You can taste blood in your mouth. Sangwoo runs a hand through his hair, sighing. I came down here for a change of pace, but it seems like you're still unaware of the way things are. The menace in his tone makes you shudder. Well, the menace in his voice makes you shudder. He takes you closer by your hair. I can do whatever I want with you. He pauses, smiling darkly. I can kill you quickly, or I can do it as slowly and agonizingly as I want. Which do you prefer? He smiles. His smile turns playful. Perhaps in another world it might have been friendly. His foot touches your dry lips, forcing your mouth open with his toes. You half expect his foot to smell rancid, but it smells good, like some kind of vanilla or honey smell. Your mouth waters. Hey, you hungry? He doesn't give you a chance to answer. Withdrawing his foot, a thoughtful expression paints his face. Then, to your surprise, he's untying me? Not like you can run away, right? You barely register his words, marveling at your freed wrists. I'll be back. He turns his back to you and goes upstairs, closing the hatch behind him. In minutes you are alone. He really just untied me and left me alone. But of course, his words ring true. You cannot run. Looking around, there is nowhere to hide either. Now that you can sit upright, you decide to survey the room better. You notice a discarded screwdriver in one corner. There is a jug of bleach and some shelves nailed to the right wall. Let's move over by one. Let's save right here. Let's return. Examine the screwdriver. You wince in pain as you quickly drag your body to the screwdriver. I have to hurry. He'll be back any second. Finally, you have the screwdriver clutched in your hand. The hatch opens and Sangwoo peers in. Still alive, he laughs as if he just made a joke and made his way down the steps. For a single moment, you catch a glimpse of the Sangwoo you knew in the bar. However, the moment ends abruptly. Sangwoo stares at the screwdriver in your hand. His expression darkens as an eerie smile slowly stretches across his face. You freeze, your heart hammering in your ribcage. What were you planning on doing with that, He slowly walks towards you, dropping whatever he was holding. As he does so, you hear the rustling of his clothes as he pulls off his shirt and pants, likely to keep them from getting dirty. Kill myself. The crippling fear overtakes you as Sangwoo's form approaches. You desperately crawl away from him, a desperate sob escaping your throat. Don't come closer. A shadow looms over you, casting you further in the darkness. Haha. Why not? And why not? I'll kill myself. Silence. I'll kill myself with a screwdriver and you'll never have your fun. Absolute silence. You stop your hysterics and look over your shoulder at Sangwoo. He looks bored, that's all. Your desperate move to the corner of the room is all but thwarted by a heel of his foot crushing your wrist. You cry out in agony and writhe in pain, writhe behind him, clawing at his boot, trying to wriggle free. Ah, that was stupid of me. He makes a gesture as if to reprimand himself. I shouldn't have left you where you could see. I shouldn't have left you where you could see it. I'm not normally this careless. He digs his heel further and further in your wrist, ignoring your pleasing cries for mercy. Please, Sango, stop. You let a mangled scream of absolute pain as your wrist snaps completely beneath Sango's weight. Ah, God, this is so fucking boring. Did you know you weren't the first one to think of this? He leaves you to nurse your throbbing wrist and picks up the toolbox. He sweeps your injured wrist out into the open with his foot and grins as he drops a metal box onto it. Sango seems to savor every note of your tortured screaming and sobbing, but only for a moment. Now he's reaching into the toolbox. Your vision is turning away from the pain, but the imminent terror of what awaits you next keeps you unfortunately conscious. Sango draws out a large screwdriver. You feel your entire being sink. He takes your hand and places the screwdriver into smiling. Now you can show me exactly what you had planned with that. You tremble, your palms are slick with sweat, and the screwdriver slips from your grasp. You hold back a petrified shriek and flinch backward away from him. The pain flares in your wrist and you freeze, whimpering. You brace yourself for him to snarl you for what you've done. Simon catches it in one deft motion. Clumsy, clumsy. He shakes his head at you and replaces the screwdriver into your shaking palm. He pushes your fingers closer around his hand. Let's try this again. He guides the screwdriver to your torso at the bottom of your ribcage. Sango, please. You sob and plead, but he doesn't seem to hear you. Now where would you want it? Here or here? He moves the screwdriver from one side of your torso to the other, and you watch it, and you want to wrench. Your blood's gone cold with fear, but you've been living like this for who knows how long. You try to push him away from you, but your actions are feeble. Your muscles are far too weak. Don't worry, I'll help you. His voice is soothing, calming, much like it had been the first night you met. Then the blunt tip of the screwdriver starts pressing into your flesh. At first it feels like a pinprick of pressure, but then it grows larger, more painful, unbearable. A half sob, half shriek grips out of your throat when Sango uses your hand to twist the screwdriver into your stomach ever so slowly. Sango, stop, please. Stop, but why? Wasn't this what you wanted? He drives the point home literally. You scream louder, sobbing, pleading, with the screwdrivers wedged in between your organs. In and out he goes, stabbing into your stomach relentlessly. He even starts to stir your insides like he would stir the ingredients for a cake. You choke on your own bile and blood, vomiting all over your and Sango's hand. He ignores that and keeps on violently trying to turn your insides to mush. There's a burning inside. You don't know how long you've been lying there screaming at the mercy of him, and the screwdriver in your hand. It could have been hours, months, years, no matter how long it is, it's all consumed by torturous agony. There's a burning inside you. When Sango finally tears the screwdriver out of your body, he's grinning. I'm not sure how long it will take for you to eat yourself inside out. He casts the blade tool aside and leans over you with a satisfied expression, but I'm sure it will be one hell of an experience. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks. Shit. I guess that's it. So that was one of the few endings. There's multiple endings. This was multiple different dialogues. So we're going to go through each one. We're going to go back to the first one where we were to see how that goes, just so we can get rid of that and get it out of the way. And then we'll continue. Kill Sangwoo. The crippling fear overtakes you as Sangwoo's form approaches. You desperately crawl away from him, a kneeing, desperate sob escaping your throat. Don't come closer. A shadow looms over you, casting further in the darkness. Why not? You keep screwing close to your chest. You can feel the heat from his body against your naked back. When he comes closer, he draws nearer. You can practically hear his heartbeat. Or was that yours? I have to do it, I have to. You feel something brush against your leg. Heart pounding and hand shaking uncontrollably, you spin around the face and screamer raised overhead. You plunge it downward into his chest. Simon's face turns into one full of pure rage. He moves almost too fast for you to see, catching your wrist mid-stab. He bares his teeth, snarling. You fucking piece of shit. He wrenches your wrist backward so hard you cry out in pain and let go of your weapon. It hits the floor with the sound of a metal ringing. Simon picks it up and brandishes it with an expression bordering on insanity. He's going to kill me. He's really going to do it. You don't realize how hard you're shaking. You think you can kill me? He roughly throws you on the floor and stomps on your stomach. You let an ugly wretch, but are quickly silenced by the tip of your murderer weapon in your face. You thought you could kill me? He says this quietly, almost like the way you would read the most tragic poem in the world. You thought you could do that in my own house, my basement, my domain? The weapon is now tracing a line from the base of your throat to your navel. Did you forget? He whispers this in your ear. Did you forget that in here I'm in control? I'm the one who decides who lives and who dies in here. This house is me, not you, me. What part of that did you... He drives a point of metal into the flesh below your collarbone, drawing blood. You howl in pain, not... Your howls turn into shrieks and sobs as he cuts deeper, carving into the cartilage, ripping muscle and soon... Never seen that word before, apart. Understand? He straightens, painting and sweating from the effort. No, panting and sweating from the effort of slicing the tough flesh and muscle that joins your bones. Scarily letter, you know that. The red letter A is supposed to be a sign of shame, specifically for adulteresses, but I think that feeling and not the title should suffice for you. I want you to look at it. You're too afraid to move, forcing in heavier, heaving breaths to calm yourself down. Look at it. Between the short gasps and broken sobs, you slowly bring your head up and look at the mutilated flesh. You can't even discern if it looks like an A or not. You just see the most gruesome lacerations. Bile rises up your throat and you gag. Simon hunkers down again, weapon raised, glinting red with your blood and bits of your flesh. Not throwing up now, we're only just starting with your punishment. And then he proceeds to carve more and more letters into your body. Words perhaps sentences you don't know, you'll never know. The pain is brutal and agonizing, and Simon will make sure to cut deep in the right places without killing you right away. The stab, slice, gouge procedure goes on for what seems like an eternity. You feel like you're dissociated outside your body. You don't know what's up and what's down. I want to die. Please make it stop. Just let me die. Everything is a haze, and somewhere far away you hear a distant screaming. You don't know until it's too late. That is your screaming. Somewhere, someone is speaking, but you cannot decipher the words. You cannot feel the tips of your extremities or anything before them. Dull thuds. A voice in your ear. Enjoy the rest of your night, you fucking murderer. And you lie in a blur of pain and nothingness, coming to every now and then, only to scream from the pain that burns and consumes you all over. Or slipping out of consciousness to the bliss of nothing. Somehow the nothingness is stretching longer and longer every time you succumb to the pain. Finally, you open your eyes one last time and there's only blackness. Damn, I guess that's the end of that one. I dropped the screwdriver. You dropped the screwdriver. It's nothing, I was just curious. You let the screwdriver fall from your fingers and drop onto the floor. Sango watches you dully, then shrugs. He picks up the screwdriver and pockets it. You're kinda interesting like this. But what? What does he mean by that? He ignores you, and finally you notice that he's now holding something else. He smiles when he notices you staring. I have, ta-da, breakfast. He stands over you holding up what looks like some kind of canned food. You're surprised and confused, but the sudden grumbling in your stomach trumps than everything else. You're starving. Simon grin widens, and he leans down until your eyes are level with his. Open up and be good, okay? He grabs your face and pulls it up with a violent jerk. Your neck hurts from the strain as your head is forced backwards. Simon holds the canned food up and the crazed With hunger, part of you hopes he's going to feed it to you, but he doesn't. Instead, he tips a few of the contents some type of meat into his own mouth and chews on it for a few seconds and forces your jaw open. The twinkle in his eye is devious. He's enjoying the horrified disgust on your face. He spits the pre-chewed food in your mouth. Okay, we're gonna save over this one because we've done everything with that. We're gonna return. I'm gonna spit it out. The tasteless glob of spit mixed with mystery makes you retch. You immediately spit it out, coughing and hacking. The strength behind Sangu's backhand makes you see white for a moment. Are you some kind of rich kid? You think you can waste food I bought? With what little money I earn? He takes a chunk of the greenish gray meat in one hand and shoves it down your throat. This time you can't stop the bile from rushing up and out over your body. You gag and puke all over Sangu's hand and nod to yourself. There's precious little to throw up anyway. You haven't eaten in days. Only bile and other unknown juices mixed with it. Bits of the meat are spattered all over your bare chest. He stands up and delivers a swift kick to your bare stomach. Again and again. Fucking disgusting. I'll make sure you fucking starve. You can like gag when you had nothing else left inside your stomach. Tears from your eyes make their way into your mouth and their salt mixes with the acidic taste of vomit. Someone lets out a long-drawn sigh, only looking mildly annoyed after everything that just happened. He's not human. The thought almost makes you laugh. After all this, after possibly weeks beneath his home, only now do you truly understand that Sang was nowhere near human. He is a monster. I'm going to clean this up later. You're going to make my house fucking stink. You clasp your hands together to keep it from shaking. The vomit in between your hands makes a soft squelching sound. Though in any other place it would have gone unnoticed, it is bordering on deafening in the tense silence between you and Sangwoo. A strong hand curls around your wrist and yanks you up to your feet, putting pressure on your broken legs. A broken scream rips from your sore throat and you collapse onto your knees. You notice how pale and yellowish your skin has gotten in comparison to the throbbing, colorful, and bleeding mess that is your ankles. Sangwoo starts dragging your body across the rough floor. The stairs? It's time to bring you up. Final chapter, singing your life with his words. As Sangwoo drags you up towards the hatch, you have no time to celebrate. You whimper and cry out when your ankles hit the first steps. The pain stabs into them like hot knives. Will you shut up? You try to obey, biting so hard on the inside of your lip until your teeth break the surface. He carries you up, his elbows hooking under your armpits, almost as if he wants to maximize your suffering as you both head upstairs. You can't put it past him to think that way. Finally, you're both out of the basement. You squint as the world of light and color unfolds before you. It hurts your eyes to look, though you're sure that the room you are now in isn't well lit. Have you been in the dark before that long? Oh, have you been in the dark for that long? The air was no longer stifling, and the room no longer freezing. This is heaven. Sangwoo drops you onto the floor, rolling his shoulders back as you stifle a cry when your broken ankles fold beneath you as you fall. There's something I want you to do. Something? You try to shift into a less agonizing position, and wince when pain still shoots up your legs. Follow me. But I can't. He rolls around, his gaze deadly cold. Do I have to repeat myself? A shiver runs down your spine. I understand. He leaves the room when you make the painstaking effort to crawl after him. You know you must have looked like a complete fool doing that, but you can hardly help it. You follow him to the kitchen where he stands by the corner rummaging through the drawers. You pull yourself up to the entryway. What is he trying to do? Your heart drops in your stomach when you see him pull a knife out from one of the drawers. Oh God, he's going to kill you. The realization of the end makes you sob despite yourself. You clamp your mouth shut when he turns to you with a curious expression, knife in his hand. But please. Your voice is shaky. is a shaky whisper. Your lips are fluttering open and closed in your sobs. That you can't control. The fear for your life is palpable. What are you doing all the way over there? Come here. You make your way toward him and he hands you the knife. You accept it with wide eyes and confused blankly stare. Why? You're going to cook us dinner. He taps his chin, thoughtfully smiling. Something like your last supper? I thought it might be nice if you got to decide what your last meal on Earth was going to be. The sinking feeling of horror returns. You're going to kill me? Sangwoo scoffs. Well, of course I'm going to. What did you think of that? What do you think this was, a pity party? But enough. He pulls out a chair and sits down onto it. Now get started before I change your mind and kill you right here and now. You grip the knife tightly in your hands. You save. I'll turn the knife against myself because that might give me an ending. Your hands shake violently as you bring the blade to your throat. I'm going to end this. Sangwoo raises his eyebrows, bemused. Oh really? Why don't you try? I'll do it. You scream him, knife in your hands, pressed against your neck and trembling as much as you are. I really will, even to your own ears, your voice sounds flimsy, not at all convincing. Sangwoo casts you a condescending look. You can't do it, you're a coward. Tears push against the backs of your eyes like white-hot pinpricks. That blur your vision of him. I really can. Then do it. You push the knife further into your flesh, the cold metal seemingly sapping the life out of you already. I can't. I'm too scared. I don't want to die. Sangwoo clicks his tongue unimpressed. What did I tell you? You love yourself too much to die, you bum. He walks towards you, plucking the knife from your hands like candy from a baby. You're crying now. Please don't kill me. His eyes are cold when they look at you. Sorry, but that's up to me to decide. He drags you off the chair, letting you fall with a deafening crash. You howl in pain as your broken ankles are again pinned beneath you. He takes your elbow forcibly, pulls you down the hallway. No. You claw weakly at his arm. Not back there. Please don't put me back. Please. You're so fucking noisy, God. He sighs before flinging you to the bottom of the steps. Your body bruised and broken is too weak to let you crawl away from him. Before you force yourself to move, but you force yourself to move, have to get away. Your desperate move to the corner of the room is all but thwarted by the heel of his foot crushing your wrist. You cry out in agony and writhe beneath him, clawing at his boot, trying to wriggle free. Ah, that was stupid of me. He makes a gesture as if reprimanding himself. I should have left you where you were. You cannot see it, know that it's careless. It is okay. So this is basically the same exact ending as it was, so we're gonna load, and we're gonna go back. Because that's the same ending as it was with the screwdriver when you had the screwdriver in your hand, so we're gonna turn the knife against him. I'm going to die, then I'm taking you to hell with me. You lunge at him with the knife. Sangwoo's face twists into one full of pure rage. He moves almost too fast for you to see, catching your wrist mid-stab. He bares his teeth, snarling. You fucking piece of shit. He wrenches your wrist so bad you cry in pain, like all the weapons, the metal ringing. Picks it up and branches over the expression full of screwdriver, so I guess all I can do, back, is cook a delicious meal. You decide that it's best to just go along with what he's told you to do. It's been a while since you last tried to cook anything, both for anyone or for yourself. In face, you're not even sure if you've tried cooked before. What? If you've ever cooked before. Excuse me. All this time, Sangwoo's house has muddled up your memories. You set to work and quickly notice the bag of groceries sitting on the kitchen counter. Reaching for it and peering inside, you see that Sangwoo had been planning to make bibimbap? Huh? No, what the fuck that is. You can feel Sangwoo's stare burning into your back, and you try not to let your hands shake as you wash your hands and cut up the vegetables. At some point, you struggle to reach the stove. Your chair is not built to move around easily. Let me get that. Suddenly, Sangwoo was standing next to you, washing his hands at the sink. So Sangwoo, he raises an eyebrow at you. What? You look away down at the pot in your hands. It's nothing. Well, if it's really nothing, then hand me that. I'll do the frying, you do the rice. But I can't move around much. You shrink away from him, raising your arms in weak defense, bracing yourself for the inevitable slapper punch. It doesn't come. Your little arms... No, you lower your arms a little to see him watching you with a wary smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Tell me what you need and I'll get it for you. Confused, you nod hesitantly and slowly try to call to memory whatever you might need. He bustles around the kitchen, reaching into the closets and cupboards to bring out bowls for you to use. He even sets up a rice cooker. All you need to do is wash the rice that's in the grocery bag. You work in silence for a while, but the urge for gratitude gnaws at you. Whether out of fear or sincerity, you don't doubt that it is the right thing to say at the very least. Thank you. He shrugs and turns to the stove, frying the vegetables without another word to you. After the rice is cooked, white and steaming, I think it means steaming, and Sango has finished with the vegetables, you start to plate everything up. Soga helps turn your chair to face the dining table. He sits across you and he doesn't pause before digging in. You're not sure if you could say thank you for the meal, but you murmur it anyway. The food looks heavenly compared to the meat sludge Songwoo had made you eat earlier, but your unease and anxiety are overtaking your appetite. Still, it would be impolite not to eat what you both made. Another heavy silence. Before long, you start feeling comfortable beyond words. Open your mouth to blurt out anything, but Songwoo speaks first. So, do you cook often? His voice sounds rather flat, monotone, like he's not so curious about your answer as he's simply obliging mundane table manners. Alright, this one... Not really. Oh, no, I don't. I see, it's not so obvious, though. Thank you, I remember reading a few recipes in my free time. He nods. You live alone or with family? When you hesitate to answer, he flashes you a dry look. I'm not going to after them or anything. That's too much effort on my part. I live alone. Sangwoo hums. Like me. You pause. Yes. You marvel at the unmarkable dialogue you are having with your captor. I would never have imagined this happening. It's kind of, you can't decide if it's nice or unsettling, but you prefer it to any single second of the torture you have already endured. What about you? He eyes you over his meal. What about me? Your family. You fidget nervously in your seat. Oh, they're dead. There's an automatic pang of guilt inside you. Though you can't be very sure of its sincerity. I'm so sorry. I don't miss them, not my dad anyway. He wasn't the best man. It was nice not having him around anymore. He has a nostalgic look about him, like he's recounting a fond childhood memory, but there's a malicious glint in his eyes that make your insides reel with growing horror. You killed your father? I never said that. And your mother? You blurt out without thinking. Perhaps I had gotten far too comfortable with this atmosphere. In any case, Sangwoo has paused in the middle of his dinner, his expression darkening. I love my mom more than anything, you bum. If you think I killed her... His words trail away and he smiles eerily, neither confirming nor denying the accusation. Shit. I shouldn't have asked. I'm such an idiot. After I pregnant pause, he pushes his plate away. Dinner is over. You feel a small surge of panic. You barely touched your food after all. Sangwoo stands up and makes his way around the table towards you. Your heartbeat picks up and you begin to tremble in fear. Up we go. Hold on, gotta show my fucking lip. To your surprise, he doesn't manhandle you like he did before. He lifts you up almost gently, like he actually cares about how you might fall and hurt yourself. You made a good dinner, you bum, you really did. He sounds almost apologetic as he returns to the basement with you in his arms. It's really too bad. He sits down against the floor and you watch him leave. It's already too late before you blurt out his name. Sangwoo, wait. The hatches close and you envelop in darkness once again. Time passes you by Wittingly, Sangwoo no longer returns to feed you or bathe you. He hasn't cleaned up your messes either. You lie in your own waste like an animal, but at least you are alive. The hatch opens. You are too weak to get up. Your arms and legs have practically shriveled up by now. You turn your head slightly. A woman is lying prone beside you. She has long blonde hair and a mole on the bridge of her nose. Her makeup is heavy and unbecoming. Her painted nails are broken and dirty. Sungwoo appears in your vision. He flashes you an almost gentle smile. Hey, long time no see. You open and close your mouth, but your lips are so dry they crack and bleed at the slightest movement. Sungwoo is holding a knife. I'm so sorry it took me so long to come back. You were being too good. He shakes his head. Don't get me wrong, you weren't that boring. I just feel sorry for you, actually. You tried to speak, but no words escape you, so this is goodbye. He pauses, and thanks, I guess? He presses a knife against your throat and cuts clean through, almost like a knife against butter. Shock seizes your body it feels like pinching. Drops of blood fly from your mouth when you laugh, while the rest of your blood oozed from the open wound on your throat. Your vision fades and your smile remains. Sungwoo smiles back. The image ingrains itself in the back of your eyelids, and it's the last thing you see and remember. Shit. Free. You don't know, but at least you are finally free. 2 weeks later. Alright, let's hold this one. With family. I stay with my family. Sangwoo makes no visible reaction. Must be nice. You pause. I guess so. I kind of miss them. He cracks a smile. Of course you would. You marvel at the unremarkable dialogue you two are having with your character. It's happening. You can't say it's nice and unsettling. About you, about your family, they're dead. Okay. Yes. Yes, I cook for myself a lot. He nods. I see, must be hard. A bit, yes, but I rather enjoy it sometimes. He nods again. You live alone or with family? Okay, so that's just a little bit different than that. So these two are done. Let's go back to this one and see what happens with this. Let's chew and swallow this time. The texture of the chewed meat mixed with saliva is disgusting enough to make you want to spit it out, but you were all too grateful for the food. Just bear with it for now, someone must be looking for me. You chew it and swallow almost so fast that you choke a bit, coughing. Good, keep eating like that. Sounds almost impressed. You start to preen at his near compliment, but you catch yourself. What the hell? It's almost as if I want to like him. Wait, I want him to like me. Or is it? You're not so sure. At this point, you're not sure of anything except your most primal needs of thirst and hunger. Lord puts the meat in his mouth to feed you. He hands you the can and watches you silently. When you eye him questioningly, he just nods. You try to pace yourself, but you end up wolfing it all down within minutes. You dig your fingers into the sharp edges of the open can. You don't feel nor notice the blood running down your palms until you are licking them clean. For a while, Sangwoo stares at you as if studying you. His expression is indecipherable, but you feel yourself drawn in by his eyes, drawn in and terrified by what you see, because you see nothing at all. He stands up, throwing aside the tin can of food, and leaves the basement without a word. You watch him leave, then drag yourself toward the discarded can, hoping there's a little still edible meat within. You lie there watching cockroaches flit past, picking up microscopic bits of food you must have dropped. Somewhere in the corner you see scuttering movement. Rats, maybe? You don't care. You don't care about anything at all. Even the pain that you used to feel like imminent death is only a memory. What happens next, you cannot predict at all. The hatch opens. I'm coming to bring you up. I'll keep it in my mouth. You are confused. What kind of sick game is he playing? The sludgy and squishy pre-chewed food sloshes in your mouth and you refuse to swallow. Your cheeks puff up from keeping its contents and stare at Swangu. He cocks a curious eyebrow. Well, aren't you going to swallow that? You can just stare at him. Why is he being so generous? His lips spread into a smile, his eyes twinkle in realization. You're suspicious. You have got something planned. He leans forward, his eyes inch away from yours. Are you afraid I poisoned it? Stuck broken glass in it? You stare at him, your heart picking up pace. Ha ha! It'd have been funny if I'd put a fuck ton of laxatives and made you shit yourself to death. But then I've had to clean up the mess. And besides, I literally put the stuff in my mouth. Aren't you convinced yet? He grips your cheek, some of the food kept in your mouth oozes between the seams, and massages it up and down. Sangwoo is forcing you to chew it, and you can only obey. Eventually, you start chewing by yourself, never taking your eyes off Sangwoo. The tight hold on your jaw slowly loosens, and he watches you chew, then eventually swallow. Sangwoo suddenly sticks his 2 fingers in your mouth, probes, and presses against you insistently. Open up for me. Helpless to his whims, you slowly open your mouth and stick out your tongue. Looks in your mouth to see you swallowed every last bite, his lips corking to a smile. Good. You feel his callous thumb stroke your tongue before he backs away to shove the food into your hands. Now eat. Kiss him, I guess. Strangely, you pay no mind to the brown mixture of food, spit dribbling in your throat. The firm grip of his hand on your hair, his dark eyes watching, always watching, his chapped lips opening to feed you. Sangwoo is feeding you. He's feeding me, he cares about me. You're possessed by the sudden desire to lunge forward and catch his lips in yours, an open-mouthed kiss. Your eyes squeeze shut, you put everything into the brief but intense kiss. A mix of spit and sludge. You don't notice how his mouth was shut. Sangwoo doesn't push you away as you first expect he might. Maybe he's surprised. Maybe he has feelings for me? The moment doesn't last long, and it's only a connection of mouths and lips. He pushes you away firmly and you fall into the concrete. You gaze up at him, confused at his actions or yours. You don't know. Sangwoo? His brow is furrowed and he looks at you like, wow. He scratches his head with his free hand. I underestimate how willing you were to fuck your way out. Sangwoo, but you're not sure what to say. Then, inexplicably, his expression contorts into the strangest mix of disappointment and resignation. At first, I thought you might be a bit different. He takes some of the chunks of wet meat, leaving the can on the floor. Your voice is cut off as he thrusts meat into your mouth, deep into your throat. You gag and choke and retch. I guess I was wrong about you. He clamps your mouth shut with his fingers, covered in spit and bile. And he shoves it down your throat. He uses his free hand to scoop up more of the meat, and as soon as he releases your mouth, it shoves it down your throat again. You're just like every single other hunk of flesh on legs. You're disgusting, self-centered, just like animals, the lot of you. I thought it might be the same thing, but I guess it's not. He repeats the process even as vomit is already leaking from the corners of your mouth. You're able to speak, but you wish you could cry out. You wish you could scream. Finally, there is no more meat, and he steps back away from you as you throw up everything you've just been force-fed. He aims to kick at your head. You cry out in pain and collapse in a heap. He pulls you up by your hair and smiles at you. You're going to eat every last bit of that shit you throw up, or I'm going to cut open your stomach and stuff it back in there myself. He flings you into a pool of vomit and you lie there trembling. You feel something cold and pointed pressed in between your shoulder blades, and you whimper. Of course he would have a knife on him. Sangwoo, please, eat. Sobbing, you bend down and start licking up your vomit off the floor. Sangwoo lets out a long, drawn-out sigh, only looking mildly annoyed after everything that just happened. He's not human. Though he almost makes you laugh. After all this, after impossible weeks beneath his home, only now do you truly understand that Sangwoo's nowhere near human. He's a monster. I'm going to clean this later. You're going to make my house. Examine the screwdriver, wait patiently, call, look around. I'll wait patiently. He must have dropped the screwdriver there on purpose, but not to touch it. Nervously, you clasp your hands and wait. I really shouldn't do anything. He'll get mad. You try to will your heart to calm down, but to no avail, you end up examining your battered legs. The greens, purples, and yellows and blues bloom mixing with crusty crimson. Gingerly, you touch the fist-sized lump and wince. You aren't waking anytime soon. I think it means walking. The hatch opens and Sangwoo peers in. Still alive? He laughs as if he just made a joke. Call for Sangwoo. As soon as Sangwoo is out of sight, you get nervous. You anxiously wait for his return, the sound of his footsteps upstairs beating your anger. What is he doing up there? Sangwoo? The footsteps stop. Sangwoo? Nothing. Only darkness and your shallow breath. You suddenly feel colder. Why did he stop? He's not going to leave me, right? Panic takes a hold of you. Please come back. Don't leave me, please. Sangwoo. You're about to drag yourself to the hatch, but the hatch opens and Sangwoo peers in. Still alive. Look around more. You must have dropped the shirt on purpose not to touch it. You decide to take this time to survey your surroundings more. Knowing full well from the pain in your legs that you cannot walk, you try to take stock of everything around you. There's a wooden shelf to your right, a few cardboard boxes that you cannot see, and the contents of are also different lengths and thickness, lay coiled on some shelves. There's an open rail toolbox beneath the work table, and you shudder at the sight of what looks like bloodstains within. More cardboard boxes are stacked near the staircase leading up to the hatch, but they are haphazardly taped shut and look old, gathering mildew and dust. Other than that, an old pulley hanging from the ceiling next to the flickering light, there is nothing and no one but you. You begin to wonder if any of this can be used to you. The hatch opens and Sang appears in. Yay! We are done with all of that. Now, all we have is these things. Holy shit, my ass hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts, it's hot as a motherfucker in here. Oh, fuck. Stretch. Good God, this is gonna take me forever. Holy shit. God damn. Ugh, everything hurts. Fuck. Let's go with this one, I guess. Yeah. Why me? What will you do to me? You know what? I'm not that sure yet. Cycle hums thoughtfully. Email. Go on. But I'll make sure it's interesting. He walks away and climbs up the stairs. You want to feel relief, but it doesn't come. Wait. I liked you. There's a brief pause, and for a moment you hope. Sango bursts out laughing. Yeah, of course you like me. That was the whole point. His tone is snide, cold, and cruel. You wince at it. Honestly. He shakes his head with a disappointed smile before climbing back up the stairs. Remain silent. Sango seems to wait for you to say something, but you don't. He makes a face as if to say, suit yourself, and shrugs. He climbs up the stairs, glance at you. Okay. Oh, throwing only a single cold glance back at you. I think most of these lead to the same thing. It makes it easier on my part. Let's hold this one up. Wait, back. Did I do terrible? Please let me go. Sango, please, you barely get the words out of your throat dry. I can't hear you. He squats in front of you, watching you curiously. You feel hot tears streaming down your cheeks. Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone. Sango runs a hand through his hair, sighing. I came down here for a change of pace, you know, but it seems like you're still aware of the way things are. The menacing tone in his voice makes you shudder. He gets closer by your hair. I can do whatever I want with you, pauses man. I can kill you quickly, or I can do it. Alright. So I guess at least it's the same thing as well. I missed you. You lick your cracked lips and try to smile. I missed you. The words that leave your mouth shock you. Did I really just say that? He chuckles and squats down in front of you, watching you curiously. Haha. Are you retarded? No. Wait, back. Say nothing. You remain silent and avoid his gaze. Did you hear me? You shut your eyes tightly and curl in yourself. The sound of footsteps coming closer and closer fills you with dread. Suddenly, a hand slaps you across the cheek and the sound of sensation like lightning. The shock forces your eyes over and your tears run down your face. Sangu runs a hand through his hair, sighing. Obey and look. Dazedly, you comply. Your face contorts with horror. Are these my legs? Did you take anatomy? You don't answer. Probably not. Well, with the wooden end of his sledgehammer, he props your open wound. No, prods your open wound. Well, that right there is your tibials. And anterior, so if you dig deeper, the scream you release sounds almost primal to your ears as he digs his hand further into your wound. The bone I'll hit will be the tibia. Tibials, tibia, understand. Someone looks at you expectantly while you try to distract yourself from the pain. I said understand? The handle hits the bone. Yes, but please, I understand. Psycho gets up with a sledgehammer and pass out. You're in too much pain. I can't take this no more. You close your eyes, letting yourself slip into unconsciousness. Then that's when Sango's heel crushes one of your broken legs. Sheer agony snaps you back into consciousness. You let out a broken cry, sobbing in the throbbing pain. Simon clicks his tongue up disapprovingly. No sleeping aloud, okay? I need you awake for all of this. You tremble, but otherwise don't move. While you're awake now, fear what will happen if you let yourself fall unconscious again. Calm myself down. I have to calm down. You try to make your breathing even. It's impossible to calm your thundering heartbeat, but you have to try. Oh, Sango sounds amused. You're being quiet for a change? Not sure how I feel about that. Calm down, think. Is there a way out of this? Sango doesn't seem to notice how deep in thought you are. This time was that you, I think. So let me out. Who the hell are you? Untie me. You don't remember? Oh well, guess you can't blame it on the alcohol. He is a heavy object trailing noisily against the floor. You already know who he is, but you are terrified by the confirmation. It's me. Oh, Sangwoo, do you remember now? You fear and dread our building. He grunts as though hefting something heavy. Alright, that's all the same. Scream. The heavy edge hits the concrete hard. You flinch and stop mid-scream. Shut up, or do you want me to make things harder for yourself? Your fear and dread are building. He grunts through hefting something. Oh, I'm underage. You shift uncomfortably, a nervous smile on your face. I'm actually underage, so no alcohol for me, haha. Oh, no problem then. Mind if I join you? Let's say over this one. I'd rather be alone. Maybe my friends, I'd rather be alone tonight. Oh, I can wait with even a hard stare that tells him that he is far from welcome. I see. Sorry, but I'll be going. You have a good night. Sure. Sure, why not? What's your name? You... Bum... How about you? Nice meeting you. Shake his hands. His grip is firm yet somehow relaxing. So why'd you come here? Friends or friends? They're somewhere around here, but not sure where though. Kind of weird that they leave you all alone in a place like this. No, it's fine. They're having fun. And besides, you're keeping me company. That I am. He grins and the effect is disarming. You find it difficult to compose yourself for some reason. You both fall into a pleasant back and forth conversation. You find that Sangwoo is fun and easygoing, easy person to talk to, and you easily relax into his pace. When you get a glass of water, he gets himself a bottle of beer. Both of you drink and talk as if you were longtime friends. You grin up at him and enraptured as he talks to you about everything and nothing. The night passes by quickly and you feel yourself feeling more and more lightheaded as it does. You feel confused. It's not as though you're drinking alcohol and you weren't sleepy. Take a sip of water and lick your lips. It certainly didn't taste like alcohol or anything bitter. It tastes almost salty. You begin to lose balance leading against Sangwoo. You grip strong belly, you're breathing his scent. Ah, he's so warm. Are you alright? Oh, just hold on to me. Yeah, just like that. Okay, hold on. Expending some energy, rolling, bend over, and... Alright, that's all the same. Load up this one. Alright, let's go back. None of your business. You huff. It's none of your business. I don't even know you. The man's brows furrow. Is he worried or annoyed? Is there something bothering you? You are. You narrow your eyes at him. To be honest, you're kind of bothering me right now, so please just, you freeze. The look of the stranger gives you almost murderous. Eerily, though, the dark look vanishes as quickly as it appears. The stranger flashes an apologetic smile. You don't believe it for 1 second. I see. Sorry about that. I'll be going. You have a good night. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Sorry, let's start again. Sorry, that was rude. I'm a bit off tonight. Can we start again? Bomb. Nice to meet you. I'm Simon. I'm trying to that's really hard to describe you. Average is certainly the word I wouldn't use to describe you. You blush at the thought. Kinda sad you didn't deny that. Just kidding. Haha. It's still a bit early, so why don't we play a few games with others? Games? Yeah, I saw a group playing 369. It's this way. He leads you toward the small crowd sat at the booth. With a smile, he manages to weave his way through the crowd. Yeah. To be honest, yeah, you see, parties aren't really my scene. Same, actually, do you want to take you accompany me for a while, then? You fiddle with the hem of your t-shirt. I guess, my friends kinda ditched me. Not the best kind of friends, in my opinion, to leave someone like you. The expression on his face looks genuine. You smile and chuckle quietly. No, it's fine, they're having fun, and besides, you're keeping me company. They're lucky to have you, but we should make them regret leaving you behind. You decide to tease them a bit. I don't know how. Do I know you're not some psychopathic killer? What if I am? You laugh and nudge his shoulder. Well, if you're a killer, then I'm one too. Really now. He smiles and comes in closer and whispers in your ear. You shudder. Actually, I'm secretly a serial killer. I'm actually looking for a victim tonight. You burst out in laughter, and so does he. Oh my god, ha ha ha. He's pretty funny and kind of, sort of attractive. You smile broadly at him. Shit. Amiibo, Exanos, what do you say? The charming smile he flashes you makes you melt. Fine, what? No thanks, I'm taken. No thanks, I'm taken, so I'll feel kind of weird about it. There are a lot of other people you can ask, though. Does that mean you can't have a little fun tonight? Buy me a drink then. You discreetly check him out and find yourself wanting. He's so hot. You flash him the most flirtatious smile and you can manage looking at him from under your lashes. Only if you're buying it for me. Why not take a sip from my bottle instead? You blush at how forward he is, unsure on whether or not to take him up on his offer. Oh. Haha, you totally blushed just now. Blush all the more and pout at him. You're a tease. I was just kidding. Here, I got you a bottle. Ah, thank you. What's in it? Just a little beer, same as what I'm having. Nothing too strong for you, I hope. You take an experimental sip and gag at the taste. Wow. No, this is really strong. It's so bitter. Good thing I didn't slip you a Jaeger then. He grimaces. You take another sip. The man laughs. I'm Sango, by the way. What's your name? Boom. I'm Yunbum. Nice to meet you, Yumo. So my friends are playing cheeks, and I want to join all of you. Do see the smile gives you this warm inviting you can't help but nod. Talk about a real Prince Charming. Great, just follow my lead. Just show the small crowd set in the booth. Manage to be funny, the game begins. So we've already done this. There's supposed to be something you're able to get. See, let's obey and look. Dazedly you comply, your face is contorted with horror. Are these my legs? I liked you. I missed you. Call out. Kiss him. There we go. So there was a specific thing I was trying to get. Because I know there's, we've done everything we can do, but there was one thing that we didn't actually do. And it was this one. It hurts your eyes, look through, sure, I wasn't sure about it. Have been in there for that long, there's no sniffling, no longer freezing, this is heaven. Somebody drops in the floor, rolling your shoulders back as you stiffly cry when your broken ankles fold beneath you as you fall. Sangu, it hurts. Sangu narrows his eyes in disbelief. Of course it hurts, that's the point. You're so stupid. You furrow your brows in confusion as he squats down and leans into your personal space. You didn't mind. You wish he'd come closer. Or maybe. Your gaze strays down to his lips. He's so close, only a few centimeters away. You practically feel his breath faintly against your skin. You're acting. Is that a yes or a no? Slowly your body draws closer to him, as though magnetized. I would never lie to you. His lips are so close. So let's save. Let's just save right here. Let's say don't kiss him. You hang your head and curling yourself to look smaller. Please believe me. You can feel something with stare examining as you were a caged animal. With his clenched fist, you keep your gaze on your bare thighs, too terrified of what you might see in Sangu's eyes. He chuckles darkly as he stands up. You know, for a second I thought you were going to kiss me. You wince. What, was I about to kiss him? No way, but you wouldn't be so stupid as to actually fall in love with me, right? He sounds mocking as he laughs at the absurdity of it. You curl in yourself further. Jesus, you smell like shit. Time for a bath. Sangu suddenly sweeps you into his arms. Your spine tenses and you clasp your hands under your chest, hoping to keep as much distance from Sangu as possible. You feel his rigid chest rubbing against your bare skin. Instead of it feeling uncomfortable, it feels like it could be home. As he carries you down the hall, his hold on you is unwavering. His steady breath almost lulls you to sleep. He's so warm. Unconsciously you relax and lean against him. Are you sleeping, you mum? He jolts at the mention of your name and look up at him. I'm sorry. You just don't pass out on me until you've had your bath. You're going to make my whole place smell like shit. The both of you enter the dimly lit bathroom and he places you inside the empty bathtub. You stare at being confused on what to do. Someone reaches down his shower head and turns it on. The cold, harsh shower sprays and pelts your skin like tiny needles and you're whimpering the quiet sobs as the cold water touches your raw wounds. Someone sighs and begins to wash you. I know it's cold, but using the heater costs me, so bear with it for now. You continue to shiver until Sangwoo hands you a bottle of shampoo. Wash up. Trembling fingers squeeze the bottle and thick gel falls into your open palm. Slowly you massage your shampoo into your oily scalp and shut your eyes when the suns begin to fall and sting your eyes. Why is he being so nice? Does he actually care about me? You shiver, but not because of the freezing water. Or is this final act of kindness before killing me? Oh god, he's going to kill me. You immediately open your eyes in fear of what he might do while you couldn't see. Oh wow. As quickly as you shut your eyes because of the stinging pain from the shampoo, laughter rings out as you frantically rub your eyes. For everything I've done, that still hurts you? As someone continues to laugh, you hold a hand holds you still. You are still. You feel damp hands cup your cheek, and thumb softly wiping your eyelids, finally clearing the suds off your eyes. Sangwoo, slowly you open your eyes. You know how stupid you look right now? Sangwoo sighs and lowers his hands. You can't help but wish they were back on you anywhere on you. It really bruises my ego. You watch his lips move, and once again you're hypnotized. You still get hurt. His lips eye. Let's say right here. Don't. Over fucking shampoo now? What the hell is wrong with me? Your tears slide down your cheeks, blending in perfectly with the shower water as you feel your mind split in two. Panic creeps its way around your heart and squeezes until you can't breathe. Am I falling in love with him? Is this what they call Stockholm Syndrome? You look away from Sangwoo, your meager attempt to stop whatever feeling you are developing inside of you. Slowly you can feel your sanity crumbling away into ashes as you try to make sense of your feelings. What the fuck is wrong with you? He drugged you. You wince. He kidnapped you. Your fists clench even tighter. He hurt you. You stare at your battered legs. Why the fuck do you feel this way, Yunbum? Yunbum, what the fuck? Hey. In your state, you didn't notice that the shower is off and Sang was cupping your face that you were shaking uncontrollably. Sang? What the fuck happened to you? You spaced out and started shaking all of a sudden. You could see that Sang was in the bathtub, his body now wet and pants clinging onto his body. Yunbum, hey, what's wrong? You feel warmth in your chest and his concerned tone. He cares about me. Your eyelids flit down and look at his lips again. Sangwoo smiles. No. You scramble away from Sangwoo and bare your teeth at him. Stay the fuck away from me, you monster. Sangwoo's arms lay suspended from where he held you until he slowly lowers them, till they slowly lower to his sides. You two stare at each other in shock, your chest heaving as you try to calm yourself. Sangwoo starts chuckling quietly. Monster, huh? The smile he flashes couldn't be considered charming. No, wait. Could be considered charming. He flashes you a charming smile before moving towards you, his movement slow and deliberate. Get away from me, I hate you. You and I both. That's not true. A sinister grin that spreads across his face at your shock. Didn't think I could tell you wanted me? You begin to tremble violently when he straddles your legs and leans until your faces are inches apart. I'm not stupid, I can see when you blush. He moves it closer and brushes lips against yours. You shiver. Chuckling, Sangwoo pulls away, and I can see that you want to kiss me, you fucking pervert. I hate you. Yeah, I know, and that's what makes this boring now. He sighs sadly, and things were just getting interesting too. Your brows furrow in confusion. It would have been funnier if you actually fell in love with me, but you didn't, so. A hand digs its way through your scalp, nails breaking into the skin and grabs your wet hair. You scream when Sangwoo begins to drag you out of the bathtub by your hair, your injured legs banging against the porcelain tub. Writhing, screaming, and crying, you try to remove Sangwoo's hold on your hair as he hauls you like a rag doll into his room. Your already festering leg oozes more blood and throbs to the beat of your raging heart. Each and every step down the basement is torture. Thud, thud, thud. Sangwoo finally releases his hold on you and you fall pathetically onto the floor. Gross, your hair came off. When you turn to look at him, chunks of your hair lay in his palm before he wipes it away. He smirks at you. With a shuddering breath, you mutter, I hope you burn in hell. He throws his head back in laughter. He makes his way to the basement hatch and gets out. Sango spares you one final look for drawing, damning in the darkness. Sure, before not you do. Sure, but not before you do. The click of the basement lock is deafening. See what will happen if I kiss him here. Over fucking champ. Fuck it. You lunge towards him, crashing your lips against his and pressing your bare wet body on his, soaking him thoroughly. Sango's arms immediately wrap around your waist as if he were expecting this. You're almost shocked at his response, but you weren't that subtle anyways. His tongue and teeth, nails clawing against skin as neither of you let up for a quick breath. It doesn't matter to you that you're doing the most of the kissing, as long as he accepts and loves you. That's all that matters. You try to tug yourself closer to him, finding it difficult since your legs are limp. Sango chuckles and pulls you closer with no difficulty as if he weighed like air. Your argy red cheeks turn deeper shade in embarrassment, but you are determined to show Sango what you're capable of. You silence him by pressing your lips against his with renewed vigor, then slowly deliberately start kissing your way down to his neck. And this part of the goddamn game is why I said this is not for fucking children. Not because of the goddamn fucking break your legs, cut you open, carve letters into you, fucking gory, fucked up shit. Because yes, 90% of this is a horror, fucked up, torture, misogynistic game. But there's a small portion of this game that is just purely gay fucking sex. That is why I held off on doing a playthrough of this game for so long. But I also did forget how much of this game is purely just fucked up, brutal gore and kidnapping fucking brutality. Because, you know, I'm gonna kidnap you, I'm gonna break your legs, I'm gonna shove a fucking sledgehammer handle all the way to the bone, I'm gonna carve names into you, I'm gonna fucking force feed you shit, and I'm gonna do all these other fucked up things, and it's like, hey, here's the smut part of the game, enjoy, like, but kind of debating if I want to finish this video now, because I forgot that it gets bad, and it's only gonna get worse, and I'm not sure if I want to sit up here and continue this. Oh god, my fucking neck hurts. Let's get the rest of this goddamn game over with, because we're almost done, and I'm in pain, and I want to be done recording for the night. I've been recording this for like an hour or two. Shit. Pressing soft kisses on the corner of his mouth, his jaw, and his chill of his ear, and finally his neck before nibbling your goal to mark him as yours. He stops laughing as you nip and suck against his flushed skin. You know his little whine against his neck. Sango, I need you. You lean back, and you can't help but admire Sango's muscular physique. Living like a living Ares? The planes of his torso are smooth and taut muscle. Each line, surface, and nerve is perfect. He's so beautiful. Reverently, you drag your lips against his chest down towards his dick. Looking up at him with hooded eyes, Sango helps guide you down until you're kneeling in front of him, your lips rubbing against his crotch. Strangely enough, the image you created was a desperate devote bowing before their god. But in a way, Sango is your god. He alone has the power to deliver you from this torturing hell. You open your mouth around the bunging erection in his pants. He's hard. Oh my god, he actually wants me. You hold against his dick, turned on by his arousal, then feel his hands rake through your wet hair. Get on with it, gladly. How I think is to make quick work of opening up his fly. So Sango, with shaky fingers, you carefully free his dick from his box and immediately flatten your tongue against the base of his shaft and lick a wet stripe up to the tip. He doesn't even make a sound. Sango, I love you. You kiss and swirl your tongue around the tip of his cock, catching all the pre-cum seeping up. I want to be with you forever. His grip on your hair tightens. Forever, huh? Yes, I love you. You nuzzle your cheek against his dick and slide your lips against the sides of it. The moment slick and slip acting like lube. You're fucking insane. Even as he insults you, he books his hips up to your mouth, demanding entrance. Why the fuck would you stay with me? You pull yourself up and lean in close to Sung with a soft smile on your lips. It's because I love you, and if you let me back, you won't hurt me anymore. He tenses. You can fuck me or do whatever you want with me. Just please don't kill me. I love you, so your words trail off, and to sentence when you cold dread builds inside you because of Sungwoo's dark expression. Oh, so that's why. And now it's getting dark again. Suddenly, he drags its way through your scalp, nails breaking the skin, grabs your wet hair. You scream, Sungwoo, dragging you into the bathtub of your hair, porcelain tub. Ha! You thought fucking whoring yourself out to me would work? You're a slut, a fucking liar, you little shit. You want to deep throat me, right? He catches you by your face, squeezing hard enough to bruise. Nice try, but there's something else I would rather go down your throat. Fucking awesome. He drives you to the corner of the tiny room, bending you down to uncap a white plastic jug on the floor. Oh, awesome. We went from fucking gay sex to drinking bleach. Love it. Love the turns this fucking game has, man. I forgot if you try and fuck this dude, he will kill you anyways, so you can't fuck your way out of this shit. You're just like, yeah, let me suck your dick. Alright, bet. Man's gonna make you drink fucking bleach. Love it. Awesome. This game is basically a kind of outstretched, over-exaggerated version of what the book is like. Because the book is like, hey, let me sneak into this dude's house so I like him, get all close with him and shit, whatever. He catches you. He tortures and beats the shit out of you. You seduce each other, whatever. You try and fucking kill yourself. He falls in love with you. You fall in love with him. You try and escape. He starts beating you again. Fucking whack shit, dude. He holds it up with the friendliest smile. The same smile he gave you at the party. You read the label on the jug with horror. Bleach. Won't this be delicious? You weep as you clutch onto his leg, fingers trembling. No, please. You smile up at him through your tears. I love you, right? You bury your face onto his leg and nuzzle against the rough fabric. So please don't kill me. You can do whatever you want, just please don't kill me. A swift kick sends your head banging onto the hardwood floor with a sickening thud. Don't fuck with my clothes, you piece of shit. You bite back your choking sobs as he grabs your face again and holds up the jug. When the bleach runs down your throat, it sets fire to your insides. You retch and choke and vomit all over the floor, but the back of Sangwoo's hand lashes you across the face. The bleach continues to torture you from within, but Sangwoo doesn't stop, forcing it down your throat. Whenever you try to vomit, he seals your mouth with iron clamps. Ugh. It does nothing but make the vomit seep in between the gaps and dribble down your chin. Inside's burning and churning. With agonizing pain, you scream and cry, but as you already know too well, no one can hear you. Awesome. You start to lose consciousness. You register nothing but the acrid smell of vomit. With your heart violently pounding your chest, pumping the bleach further into your system. As you close your eyes, you fail to realize that this will be the last time you ever do so. 2 weeks later. And that is the end of that one. History, load. So yeah, you try and fuck him, and he's like, alright.
Anyone has seen my best friend, please, I beg you, bring him back safely. And if the bastard who kidnapped my best friend is listening, I hope you burn to hell.
Please stay tuned for further details and report any possible sightings. Now back to your regular broadcast.
Attempted seduce ending. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's an attempted seduce ending. I know there's multiple endings. Actually, I think it's only like 3. I think you can either walk away and get the good ending, attempt to seduce him, or I think you can just die. I think those are the only 3 endings there are, because they all lead to the same thing. Everything you choose leads to basically the same thing. You either die or you leave. But this was an attempt to seduce ending. Cool. Good shit. We fucking love it. Let's do this one. Kiss him. You finally close a small distance between you two, chapped but soft as meat, yours in a feather-light kiss. Tastes like cooked meat and strawberry? You hesitate, deepening the kiss, applying more pressure to still lips in hopes he'd kiss you back, but then it ends. Psycho pushes you with both hands on your shoulders, looking the most confused you ever seen him. You're insane. You don't respond. A strange mix of desire and desperation overcome your body, and you shudder in delight. All you want to do right now is kiss him. You lick your lips. Haha, you're out of your fucking mind, okay? Sure, whatever, I'll play along, but I'm not kissing you when you smell and taste like shit. Psycho suddenly scoops you in his arms. Aha! Your spine tenses and you clasp your hands on your chest, hoping to keep as much distance between you as possible. Your chest, blah blah blah. I guess it's the end of it then. Because if you kiss him then and you don't kiss him and you kiss him again or you don't, either way he's gonna fucking kill you. So I guess then, kiss him again and he poured bleach in my fucking throat. So whatever. Well, it seems like no matter what the fuck you do, he's going to pour bleach down your throat. So and then you're gonna die. So that was the killing stalking game. That was definitely something. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this or not, because what the fuck? But yeah, that was Killing Stalking Game. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and touch // below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And I will also leave a link down in the description below so you guys can play for yourself. That was the full game playthrough. Yeah, that's about it. Wasn't a bad game, wasn't a great game. Fucking weird and all hell, but I'm glad I played it, and I'm glad that I'm finally done with this shit and I'm gonna play it again. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out.